We chat to the Cora Project, an initiative to end period poverty in South Africa by supporting women and girls in vulnerable communities with the resources and educating them on menstrual health. Welcome to the Loft, Aurora, and I love what you're doing because we're highlighting periods and menstrual health, but more importantly, initiatives to help those.
Hi.
Now, Aurora,
how are you doing?
Girl, I'm good. And do you know what makes me feel even better? Is because we're highlighting people like yourself who have found something that should be seen as normal, something that is so much a part of our lives, and you're flipping it on its head and you're giving back in such a special way. Now, the Cora Project has been founded, and what encouraged it for you to end period poverty?
So Cora was actually born out of a conversation between my sister and I. She's the other co-founder. And it was during a level 5 lockdown. We were having a deep conversation about, women's empowerment and women's upliftment and periods and period poverty. And we were just saying how periods can really be such an obstacle for so many millions of women and girls around the world, including in South Africa. And it really shouldn't be the case. We even heard a stat that an estimated 30% of girls in school in South Africa miss school when menstruating because they can't afford menstrual products, menstrual care. There's not enough knowledge about it. So there's often a stigma, a culture of shaming. Yeah, and we just decided we actually just have to do something about it.
Do you only provide in Cape Town or all over SA?
Well, we're still quite a small organization. So for now, we're focusing in Cape Town, but we plan to extend further than that. And we look at a community selection on an ad hoc basis. We started in Hout Bay, and that was our first project. We actually grew up in Hout Bay, so it's somewhere very close to our heart. And now we're just looking wherever there's a need. Obviously, there's a need everywhere, but we just on an ad hoc basis.
Aurora, I read up recently that the Prime Minister of New Zealand declared free sanitary pads for all those in school. I mean, that's incredible. Do you think that South Africa, however, could ever get to the same point?
Okay, firstly, she's absolutely amazing, the Prime Minister, Jacinda Ardern. And so actually, not a lot of people know this, but last year, Peter Mboweni actually announced that they were going to 157 million rand of the budget was going towards sanitary products for schoolgirls in public schools. So that's obviously a great step in the right direction, and hopefully it can extend more and people in need can get the products that they need.
Now, Aurora, with COVID-19 and the concern of the spread of infection, how then do you keep the sanitary pads safe to distribute?
So that is obviously a huge concern. So we always ask our supporters, whoever donates, to sanitize the products that they donate. But by the time it gets to us, it's obviously past so many hands. In shops, people are always touching. So we just sanitize everything we get and make sure it's hygienic and COVID-free.
That is essential, all of us following those regulations. Not only though do you guys there at the Cora Project distribute sanitary pads through your drive, but with donations you receive, you also purchase the Safe Pad, which is a reusable and washable pad. Now, is this then a safer option than the conventional sanitary pad?
The Safe Pad is an amazing product. Obviously, you just said it's reusable, sustainable, it lasts up to 5 years. So it really is just such a long-term solution. It also is the first reusable pad of its kind because it's got this antimicrobial technology in it that continuously sterilizes the pad. So with reusable pads, there's often problems with young girls getting infection because they're not washed properly, they don't dry properly. But with this pad, because it's got the technology in it, it constantly sterilizes itself.
Wow.
So it is such a safe solution. Because it is washable and it doesn't have to, because of the technology, it doesn't have to be washed in clean water. It can be washed in the river.
Oh, wow.
So it's such a good solution to the problem of access to running water.
Absolutely. And I think that this is what's going to be the real game changer and the differentiator between those in those vulnerable communities that don't have fresh running water and able to keep the same hygiene practices that we do in the city. Now, how can viewers donate to the cause and assist in helping to end period poverty?
So we've actually in the process of launching a new project. It's called the Run for Her, and it's basically a virtual run for the month of August, which is Women's Month. So we have a backer buddy which supporters can use to donate funds, and then we also have a snap scan on our profile. We also take donations of menstrual products. We have a drop off in town, and we always are able to pick up from whoever is not in the central CBD area.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for all this information, and it will also be available on our very own website, afternoonexpress.co.za. Aurora and all things Cora Project, thank you so much for your initiative and making a change during this lockdown that definitely is going to help so many communities. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now, to contribute to this worthy and much-needed cause, you can find more information on the Cora Project social media and do your part in ending period poverty.